My camellia at the farm here. Totally beautiful blooms. Great big bush. And I'm taking the blackberries all out of there. You can still see some at the top. Work in progress. And of course we got Morning Glory here. Another blackberry. It's Morning Glory. It's terrible. Hard to get rid of. Have my honeysuckle. Started out in a gallon pot. I put a crow fence, or fence panel I think they call them, across here. And just let it grow, and since then it's taken that over. It's grown all the way over here and starting to connect into this bush area around the power box. Oh, those things smell so good. More blooms coming, many of them. Then we got the lawn mowed. Looks halfway decent. I still have, I don't know if I'm going to get to them. It's supposed to start raining after today. I need to clean all that out. Take out them trees that aren't supposed to be growing in there. Been working on that golden locust. Taking out all the dead branches in there. So it's more open, cleaner looking. This here whole area is full of tall grass, hadn't been mowed yet. I got it down and I found my rhododendron, a white one. As soon as I have a place for it, I have to finish siding on one side of the house before I can dig it up and bring it home. There's my puppy. This is Crash. You good puppy. You're such a good puppy. I fixed the grass catcher. This thing's old. I've been using it for years. Now my son has it. It broke right here. So I put a piece of 3/4 inch, or no, let's see. Yeah, I think it's 3/4 inch galvanized pipe. Drilled through it, connected it. Now the basket sits up where it's supposed to be. So get a few more years out of it. Yeah, it's starting to go, but as long as it holds a little bit of grass, that's all that matters. Yeah, puppy, he's already sunned himself. Now it's time to shade himself. I got all this mowed down, the grass picked up. There's a bunch of junk in here that my kids are going to have to get rid of before we can take care of that. This is a sweet gum tree. They grow great here because they don't overdo themselves like I hear they do at other people's places. They're mainly known for their nice texture of bark. And then that's my big apple tree right there. Beautiful apples the size of your hand. And over here is a golden plum tree. Obviously it's, in my opinion, needs pruned, but it's a little bit late now, but it has big golden plums. I don't necessarily like them, but they're excellent if you dry them and eat them that way. Right, there's my smoke bush. It's getting pretty big. It's a purple one. And that tree is the, oh, there it is. That there's my Fuji pear, which is a cross between a pear and an apple. Those are really juicy, the ones I have there. As you can see, it gets quite muddy here during the winter time. I have cattails growing in this area right here. I kind of dug that out because all the water comes from the barn area, comes to here. And I have a pipe that runs under and pops up over there. Then from there, there's another pipe that runs under to the main ditch that follows clear out to our main ditch, I guess we'll call it, not the side ditches like this is. And then we have a pump station that keeps us dry. Here's all the cows. They're getting ready to take their siesta. That's a nice cow, tame. There's a black one out there that's tame. Just got done combing her out with a horse brush, I guess we'll call it. The steel brushes, not the soft ones. Cows out there. Cute little buggers. This property goes way back there to where you see that super tall grass. That's where the main ditch is. There's 21.5 acres here. And then you get to see the beautiful sight of the hills, which those hills actually kind of follow along the Columbia River as you get out over that way. Otherwise the Columbia Slough is right back by those hills. There's my tractor. Four-wheel drive, it's a wonderful thing. And of course, flatbed trailer, haul it back and forth on. And there's a squeeze chute there to make it easier to take care of the cows, give them their deworming shots, and if they have pink eye or anything else. Works great. And then my son has this tractor. And you can see the round bales there. He bought one of those, I don't know what they call them, round bale squeezers or whatever. Works excellent to get the feeder filled up. $674 International. Runs great. This was my chicken coop I built. This is where my son puts his dog when he has to go to work, because you can't leave him in the house and you can't let him roam free. I built this. Oh, it's too many blackberries, I think. But just on the outside there, you see a little roof right there. I built it so the nest boxes sit outside to give more room to the inside. Because once you put chicken roosts in and that kind of stuff, the space inside starts to get small. And there's a hybrid willow tree. It's the only one left. The rest of them, the woodpeckers attacked and they started dying out, so my son went ahead and pulled them out. This is a running area that puppy gets to run around in when he decides to leave that cute little house he's in. There's a heat lamp in there for on the cold days and whatnot. He does have short fur, and he actually prefers staying in there all day and sleeping until my son gets home. So if he wanted to run, he's got quite a bit of room. Normally my son lets the cows in here and they eat the grass down. We don't mow it. The only time we mow it is, as you can see, blackberries are growing up in the center, so we mow them down. And like I say, those blackberries are trying to take over the chicken coop again, or we'll call it the dog house now. And of course they grow all along the fence here. And there's the old barn, the old silo that doesn't work anymore. The roof's slowly but surely coming off of it. Out here by the swimming pool, which isn't running right now, it's too cold, but this is where they wash their feet off, and of course hasn't been dumped. And now, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's oh, they just went down. I'll try to hold still and they'll come back up. There's tadpoles in here. There's some along the edge. They're all through here. I think it's trying to focus on the grass. It's fun to hear them croak at night. These don't croak, obviously. You gotta wait for the actual frogs.